Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Wednesday, August 15th, 2012. I am Astrologer David Palmer, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, the T-square is here, Venus opposing Pluto, Venus squaring Uranus. It is about relationships, right? And of course, the past coming back. Pluto, all of this intense, really deep energy of really how we want to connect as Pluto in the deepest way and letting go of the old structure. It is time to connect to the transformation. It is time to start new. So looking at your relationships, it's time to let go of the past. And it's interesting because I'm sure past people are coming back, past relationships, past people, and yet we have been meant to really face this, to really face the past, to really get over the old structure. Sometimes this can be letting go of these people as well. Or if you're going to let some old people back in, you must not let your own unique self get away from yourself. That is because that square to Uranus is really time to face innovation, to really create an exciting new self in our lives, but also find that in our new partnerships, our new relationships, and where we find value in ourselves. It's time to find a new home for what we call a relationship. It's time to find a new home for what we find of value in our life. Venus is more than just relationships. It is, of course, value. It is that Taurus spot. And because it's in Cancer, we must find a home for our value. I know I've been talking a lot about relationships, but in relationships, you have to find that they are one of the most valuable things. But most importantly, we find our own value in ourselves, and we must find our own new home for our value in our life. Now, Mars and Saturn are finishing up a conjunction, which is us being ready to drive through any walls in our way, to connect to the people we want to connect with, to connect to a life of balance and harmony. And yes, we are breaking through walls, and we are breaking through walls while we have this intense pressure of the Venus T-square. The pressure of, are we going to get back with an old person? Are we going to let these people into our life? Are we still going to live in a life with these kind of partnerships, or are we ready to break free into our unique self? Come into our own goals and make sure that we don't give away everything. Yes, we do want to be a fair partner. Yes, we want a partnership where we can express ourselves and give our love out, but we can't just give it all away. Uranus in Aries is saying it's time for us to find our unique self, to reinvent who we are, and we cannot just give it all away in a partnership. We must go on our ride, they must go on their ride, and we can meet together, but you can't just put all the eggs in their basket, or they can't put all the eggs in your basket. There has to be that fine line, and that's what we are learning. Yes, you can build these partnerships, but it's not where you just give it all away. I gotta be honest with you. Yes, we do want to connect to a partner, but we can't just give everything. The old structure is put a ring on it and give your life away and sign a paper and you guys build everything in your life together. Well, what happens if that breaks? We're seeing it all over the place. You're then walking back in your life, back to a spot in your life where you left your own value, where you left your own unique self. And the great lesson here is to find the partnerships you want. Yes, you can make some big decisions here, but it's more so of an internal understanding now of how we want to give and receive from the partners in our life and find this new home, and to let go of old relationships, old past structures that just didn't work, and step into the new. Now, the moon moves into Leo today, so it's our saving grace while we go through this intense energy, and it's time to connect with our heart. We have a new moon on Friday morning, so for the next couple days it is now time to really go deep into our hearts more than ever and to broadcast out to the universe what we want deep in our hearts. And this is connected to what we want in partnerships. Yes, we don't want to give it all away. Yes, we want to connect. It is this balancing act in the partnerships, but it's now time to follow our hearts and make sure that our heart is king, to make sure that these people inspire us, like I've been saying, and inspiration is the key. Don't be getting into something just to connect. Yes, we can do that. We feel lonely. We want to do something just because it feels like we should be in a partnership, but you can't give it all away. You got to go for your own heart. If you truly love it, if you're truly not giving yourself away, you can still be your unique self, and you found a partner who is fair and it's not part of an old structure and into a new structure so you can come into your own new life, then guess what? It's good. That's how you know. It's multifaceted, it's multi-connected. So follow your heart today. Look deep in your emotions, because our emotions are teaching us where to feel safe in partnerships. But don't be the emotional crybaby here and are just doing this because you're lonely. I'll be honest with you, this can force us to want to connect even when it's better for us to understand we are reinventing ourselves. And that's one of the greatest lessons here. And we can fall into the old traps of the old structure that we used to be in. And I guarantee you, there's people out there doing that right now. I'm actually seeing it with people I know. And you gotta stay in your own unique self, but still not give it all away. And that's what this lesson is.